Family is yours truly, Mr. T Love. T Love Talks. Y'all already know what it is. Episode 22. We up in this thing. As you all can see, I got a star-studded panel tonight. And we're going to go ahead and talk about the untimely demise of the young king Takeoff. Constantine, how you feeling?
Feeling good, man.
Feeling good, feeling great.
Feeling good.
DJ Black Rain, aka Bricks, aka the Rap God. How many other AKAs you got, nigga? How you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How you doing?
Man, bless. Chico Rod, King.
You
How
already
you
know
feeling
what
this
it is.
evening?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. Been a long day.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get into this conversation. Go ahead and grab that cheap ass vodka that you like to drink in them bap ass trees. And you know what? I've been disrespectful. I can't forget about the ones that got the top shelf liquor and that goddamn thing. So y'all grab that shit if y'all got that. Let's run this intro. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna talk about it. Episode 22, Takeoff's untimely demise. T-Love Talks. Let's get it, y'all. Hey man, say Mike man, check, 1, 2, go ahead and grab that cheap ass vodka you got on the counter in them bap ass trees, man. You already know what time it is. We about to watch T-Love Talk. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it, fellas. Black Constantine,
T-Love Talk, T-Love Talk,
Big Eye,
T-Love Talk.
Ball. You are now listening to the sounds of the one and only T-Love Talks.
Come on in the yard, trick or treat.
With your ugly ass.
We do have several topics.
Yeah. All right, we back, y'all. Yours truly, Mr. T-Love Talks. Episode 22, man. We had to talk about this tonight, man. This shit is getting out of control with black men that's got a lot of money, specifically in the rap game, that are losing their life. We're gonna talk about it. Let's go ahead and I got a couple of clips. Y'all know the format of the show. We normally do our Doofus Educational Tatiana of the Week. We're going to run through those this week because we want to go ahead and get into this topic. It's on you, Constantine. You want to do you want to do Doofus Educational or Tatiana of the Week?
Let's do doofus.
Doofus of the Week? Oh, man, we got multiple Doofuses of the Week. Y'all check this shit out.
Do you understand that none of you will get
that way?
Do you guys understand the consequences of what you've just done?
No.
You guys are not going to get into a college. You guys are not going to get any scholarships because this is a hate crime.
We all dropped out of high school. It's okay.
And I still don't think it's appropriate for you guys to be doing this. It's really not funny.
Hey, was that blackface? That was blackface?
Straight up.
That was blackface.
Straight up blackface.
Oh my God, that's
100%
wow.
Grinning about it too.
That's fucking
I
wow.
see people. No.
Wow. Who
20,
idea was that?
2020.
Yeah.
You got some pretty smart kids out there.
Right.
That goes to show you how you look at black kids, man. So in other words, they saying that they doing blackface for black kids, man. Out of jail.
No, but
Go to
the
jail.
thing was blackface in prison uniforms.
Right. That was life right there.
That was the statement. You know what I'm saying? That was
Yo,
Right.
yeah, no, right.
That's what we deserve it, and that's what we deserve to be in their eyes.
Right.
That shit crazy. All right, let's run through these clips. We got our doofuses of the week out. I really want to talk about this Takeoff situation and not ignorant white folks. Let's check out the educational clip of the week. It's actually funny.
I wanted to just bring some awareness to the epidemic that is just sweeping the nation right now, known as flat fat ass syndrome. And I'm a victim of flat fat ass syndrome. So it's a fat ass, right? It's a fat ass, but it's flat simultaneously. The two are coexisting within a symbiotic relationship. So this is the ass in question. Fat, sure. Some might say it's fat, but it's also flat.
I just want to let the ladies know little booties matter. I mean, I could work with that. She had a little something back there. It was she right. It was flat and it was fat, but I just want the ladies to know little booties do matter. How do y'all feel about little booties?
And the word it was so.
I mean, they matter.
They matter, right? Right?
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
I don't like discriminating, man. I mean, sometimes the girls with the little booties have some of the best kitty cat. I just gotta say that. Let's see who in the chat, y'all. Zoe, what it do? Lonnie Lon, femininity is in the hips and thighs. Amen, brother. Amen.
I gotta go ahead and quote pun on that one, dog. Big pun on that one.
Hey, Lonnie Lon, if you want to join the show, just let me know. I'll send you a link, brother. We're about to talk about this Takeoff situation where this young man lost his life at the young age of 28. All right, let's take a look at our last clip of the week. I don't know who sent me this, but this is our Tatiana of the week, and I need the fellas to vote on this. Let's see. Let's check this out.
Sound up.
Hey.
I had to look myself.
Ah.
What kind of tea is it? Booty day?
Yeah, it was booty day.
First of all, I want to say that my wife, she can't go to the gym like that. But as far as a score, I'm gonna go ahead and give her 8.5.
Right. I mean, without that butt, she's a fucking like a 5 without that butt, but she get 3.5. I give her 3.5 for that butt.
You think she was cute? Hold on, let's take another look at that.
Stop it, man.
Hey.
You do that shit every week. Stop it, man. Stop it. Look, I cannot
hard
stand
on
by
him.
and put up with the hatred no more. That girl was a damn 10 and you niggas know it. Stop that shit. Stop that bullshit. Cut it out.
10 is tough, man.
Ain't there one of y'all never dated nothing look like that. Cut it out, nigga.
Well,
Stop
I'm
What you talking about?
play devil's advocate, Bricks. I'm gonna say, let's look at it again though. Let's take another look at it. Hold on. We're gonna look at the face because
Sound up.
Hey.
I had to look myself.
Ah.
What kind of tea is it? Booty day?
Yeah, it was booty day.
I mean, Bricks, she had an A cup. The girl had an A cup.
I mean, it's all
She
subjective,
smiled,
but
like, smiled and lit up the whole damn camera. Come on, man. Cut that. Cut that shit out, bro.
Let me get some
She
numbers,
got even
y'all.
badder when she started smiling. Like, think about it. Like when she was looking one way, when she was just, ain't think nobody was watching. But somebody said something and she started smiling and took it up like 3 more notches. So she went from that 8.5. You went with a 10. I don't know.
you
I
gotta
think
be
a woman's
hard,
smile
man.
is more
You can't give every woman a
beautiful than
10, dog.
Well, I'm gonna tell Bricks.
Nigga,
I don't
that's what
think
you-
that
if that's
there
what you pulled
is
up
a
there,
10
like-
out there. And for me to give a woman an 8.5, I mean that's an amazing number.
Hey, who's that right there?
I don't think there is a woman that's a 10. Let me see what they saying in the chat, and then I want a number.
There's a woman that's a 10, but she's close to it. I would say that. I'm not gonna hate.
I mean,
You started with 5, nigga. That's
if we
hate.
talking all body.
You started with 5, bro.
Hey,
No, look, I'm
That nigga
talking
said I
about
give her a
brother,
5.
man. Look, if she didn't have that body, She's flat. She ain't got no
But
titties,
she
bro.
has it though. You can't. If she didn't, nigga, she got it.
She got
How
it.
you? If she didn't have that body,
That's
she
what
got
I'm
that
saying.
motherfucker.
So look, we graded in tiers, bro. We grade face, body, and fucking smile, right?
Hold on, let
Okay,
me
so
see what they
which
saying in the
which one of
chat.
them was off? Which
Hey,
one of
let
them
me
was
see
off?
what they said in the chat. We're gonna look at it one more time, but I still gotta get a score from for DJ Black Rain and Chico Rod. Hold on. Tatiana of the week, y'all.
Sound up.
I had to lose myself. What kind of tea is it? Booty day?
Yeah, it was booty day.
Rogetti said that we based on, we don't know how much money she got, but that's like if I meet a woman out there, she got a job. So say for instance, if she had a job with that, she would, what I'm saying, that put her all the way up there. But you got chicks like that in Atlanta, man, ain't got no job, what I'm saying, trying to get over on niggas. And you can't give them that because they fucking leeching, dog.
Lonnie Lon says she's a 7 because she has no makeup. Women have to make themselves up in 8 or 9 or the possible 10. I can feel that, Lonnie Lon. I can feel that.
She's a 7 because she has no makeup. That don't make no sense.
I mean, I can feel what Lonnie's saying, but at the same time, like a beautiful woman without makeup, right?
Yeah, that add to that score really. Like
she didn't even have no makeup on, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying her face.
That's what I'm saying. The makeup actually probably takes it down a little bit, but
that's what I'm saying. So she not a 7.
That's like, nigga, you wake up in the morning looking at just that. You know
right.
what I'm saying? It ain't
that's
like you
not
gonna
a
wake
7,
up looking at no another chick like it looked to me, and I ain't gonna be.
Look, if she put that makeup on, though, bro, then she'd be a super 10. But she good without it. You know what I'm saying?
You said what?
I know Rod, man.
She's good without the makeup. You know what I mean?
Still got to give us a score. What you think, Rod? What you give
I
us?
mean, you already know I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I mean, like in the face, I agree with Brace. She about like a 5 in the face. Then you give her the 3 point. Then you give her the 3 points for the body. But then you gotta subtract the fact that she got it presented on the internet. So I'll round her out. No, I'll round her out to about a 6.5. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Because I don't like the fact that she got it broadcast on the internet. That I take away from it. I mean, that's a thought. So I mean, a thought. I don't think a thought can go to the 10 range. A thought can only go probably a 7.5.
Okay. We got some science. We got some science. I like that. Smiley Law said a 8. He says she's very sexy. Let's see what Alicia said. Lily said 8.5. Okay. She, me and Cuz right on point.
Says an 8.5.
Let me see what Zoe said. What will Funk Shop say? Yeah, we need a Funk Shop rating because Funk Shop like them big girls. So that she probably would have been a 5 to Funk.
I'm gonna give her a 6, but I'm gonna only give her a 6 because I don't know if she can cook a lot. You know, cooking makes.
And see, that's what I'm saying.
Bro, if she can't,
you
cook,
went down 4. He went down 4 points because she cooking.
If she can't cook, she got to be a 6, bro.
You can't cook no food. That nigga gonna take 4 points off. I feel
nigga, you automatically lose 5 points for not being able to cook.
And that's a pizza chick right there, man. That's a pizza and wing, bro.
You automatically lose 5 points for not being able to cook, and you lose 2 more for putting sugar in your spaghetti.
Wow.
This nigga is crazy, man.
Wow. Shout out to Chantel. Hey, Black Kings. Glad to see y'all. Glad to see you too, Chantel. Hey, y'all go ahead and hit that like button. It's T-Love Talks, episode 22. We're talking about the untimely demise of the young rapper Takeoff at the young age of 28 this evening. We're going to go ahead and get into that topic tonight. Let's see what else they're saying in the chat. Smiley says she a 6 if she don't have her own bag. I mean, that's another whole podcast, Smiley. That's another whole podcast because there's some women out here who getting their bag. Matter of fact, we're gonna talk about that tonight. I got a story. We're gonna talk about that tonight. All right, let's see what Lonnie Line is saying. My bad, had to jump on YooHoo so I can place my bets on my phone. 10-4. All right, let's go ahead and get into this story, man. I don't know. Everybody has been getting um, different aspects of the story. I'm hearing an echo. Are y'all hearing an echo?
Yeah, that's me. My bad.
Okay, we good now? Okay, I don't hear it anymore. All right, make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you see the YouTube below. Go ahead over to the YouTube page and subscribe. It's yours truly, Mr. T Love. We got an all-star panel tonight. Black Constantine in the building, Cheat Code Rod, DJ Black Rain, aka Bricks in the building. Let's talk about this takeoff story. I got a couple of clips. Let's watch these, y'all.
People were shot outside a billiards place overnight, and some well-known rappers were at the party there.
This happened outside that business on San Jacinto and Polk Street. KPRC2's Rowan Belogan live there now with the very latest on this. Rowan?
Hey, good morning. Houston police just confirmed to us that members of rap group Migos were in attendance at this private party. But I want to start now with what we do not know. Houston police will not release the identity of that shooting victim. A lot of speculations online as to who that is. Again, police not identifying that victim until proper protocols proceed forward. What we do know is Houston police say this shooting happened around 2:30 this morning after a private party at the bowling and billiard shop on the third floor of this downtown complex. Police believe 40 to 50 people were in attendance at the private party. Investigators trying to get in touch with them. Police getting several calls from across the country, but as I mentioned earlier, they won't confirm anything until the medical examiner's office performs an autopsy.
He's a black male in his late 20s. And like I said, we won't release any information on him until we're able to get more information either from the medical examiner's office once they positively identify him from the autopsy, or if a family member or friends or family come forward and give us information of who he is and things like that.
Now, police really pleading with the public here for those 40 or 50 members who were in attendance to this private party to come forward and contact them so they can get a better idea of exactly what unfolded here last night. They say that they do have surveillance video and they're combing through it to try and piece together the order of events overnight this morning. Houston police asking anyone with information to call Houston's Homicide Division or Crime Stoppers. Reporting live downtown, Rowan Belogan, KPRC.
First of all, the newscaster was fruity as my peach mango drink that I'm enjoying right here. But let's talk about this, man. Takeoff losing his life at 28. I know we all heard different stuff. Rod, what did you hear about it? Because I know you was telling me some stuff when we was in the green room. What did you hear about the actual incident?
So basically,
did Rod freeze on us, y'all?
Yo, he hit the fake freeze on us.
Rod ain't got a chance to talk all evening. Oh, that's the
right.
All right, tell me what you heard about it, Briggs. We'll give Rod an opportunity to unbuffer. I may have to take him out and bring him back in. Hold on, but go ahead and tell us how you feel about it. What
I heard a couple things. Basically, it was something like, I guess Quavo was in the dice game, and dude was in his pockets heavy, and a little argument started or whatever, and then somebody from Migos camp started shooting while all crazy or whatever. He the one that ended up hitting Takeoff. But I think somebody else from the other camp or the other side shot back and hit him again or something like that. But he was pretty much already gone by the time he got hit that first time.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because I think didn't you? Oh yeah, did you hear something similar to that, Constantine? Or
yeah, I mean the story that I heard, and Ivan said the same thing, and then he told me that I went on there and I heard something similar to what he was saying.
Yeah, they were saying he wasn't even in the dice game. Like he was off to the side.
He was chilling back. I guess he was smoking, chilling, and then he heard the confrontation. Like you say, dude was in Quavo pockets heavy, and Quavo got into an argument with some Houston niggas, man, and you know how that is out there. Y'all lived out there. Y'all know how them niggas is out there.
I mean, this niggas anywhere, man. Niggas don't play with you. Like, and what we failing to realize, man, we get to a certain place in our lives, we can't do certain things. Like, nigga, you a successful rap superstar. You don't have no business in no fucking dice game nowhere. Really, you don't. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you need the money, so you ain't hustling for the money. If you lose the money, it probably ain't gonna hurt you too much. So what the fuck is you in a dice game like that for? Come on, man. Stay in your lane, like because there's a lot of niggas out here, especially here in Atlanta. It's niggas that their job is to hunt rappers. That's their
Right,
motherfucking 9 to 5.
right, right,
Like
right,
these
right.
niggas damn near filing on their taxes. I hunt rappers. All I do is run around and look for rappers out here to catch slipping.
And
Right.
LA too. LA #1 on
Yeah,
that.
that's what they do.
Yup.
Rod, did you hear anything specific about this particular shooting, brother?
Oh, the only thing that I heard was that they basically was gambling and Quavo was down and shit. He was arguing about the money and shit. The from my understanding, somebody through the commotion, the security guard up the fire because Quavo said get the money back type shit, and then you know Offset got hit in the crossfire. Basically,
Nah, it
that's
was
what I
Takeoff.
heard.
It was
Yeah.
Takeoff.
Yeah, man.
Gotta
My
correct
bad.
that.
Takeoff. Yeah, take off.
Take
Yeah.
off. Yeah. Okay, so I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
we all pretty much heard the same thing. I haven't actually sent a video to the chat early this morning, and I thought it was, I actually thought it was a joke, dog. I didn't because I was just recently watching the young man on Drink Champs I don't know, it was about a week ago. They just recently did an interview on Drink Champs,
Yeah.
and it was just crazy because they was happy to be working as a duo. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like that whole interview. They was like, hey, well, a big portion of it they was because they're actually family.
All
Quavo
three of
is
them family, I think. One of them is
I
their
didn't
cousin.
know
Offset is
Quavo,
their cousin, but
the other
Quavo
was
is
the cousin. Okay,
Yeah.
Quavo
Quavo is the mutual
Takeoff's
family
uncle.
member between
right.
both of them.
And he
Yeah.
what's name? That's his nephew. What's the name?
Yeah,
Takeoff, right?
Takeoff.
Takeoff
That's
is Quavo's
Quavo's
nephew.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right. And the other one is the cousin. Yeah, so
Mhm.
okay.
that's fucked up, man.
So my thing is, and that's why I wanted to get out first what everybody heard because at this point it's all I guess really speculation until the final report or analysis or whatever you want to call it comes out. But what I would say is, why in the fuck do black men start making money, making a lot of money, and feel the need to go in places where black men who have a lot of money, millions of dollars, should never be? Why do they keep doing that? And rest in peace to Quavo, to the young king, Takeoff. It's like they won when you say the shit. It's like you got to say it in a certain order. But why do black men do that? Is that just me? Because I feel like I ain't even getting no money for real, but I'm getting enough. And when I go out in certain places, I have to like talk to myself sometime, like on a level of like, all right, you ain't supposed to be here, T Love. But if you gonna be there, boy, you better have everything on your mind. Still enjoy yourself, but have everything on your mind. We have to protect our lives. I mean, you can't. Y'all talk to me, man, because I get emotional about this because I know it's a struggle, but they
Yeah.
said this brother was worth $26 million. Like,
All that shit that you said, man, that sums up all the rappers I was thinking about. After that, I was thinking about Dolph. I was thinking about Nip. I was thinking about all the other guys, man. The West Coast dude who died.
Mo3, and I want to talk about
O3.
that tonight too.
What's the other dude that just died? The light skinned dude in California. He was in the
yeah,
hospital.
yeah,
That dude.
Yeah, PMB Rock.
yeah.
Rock, and the list goes on. Fucking King Von, all these guys, man. They, you know what I'm saying?
Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke. Well, Pop Smoke he was in the right place, but he gave his address.
Yeah, he set himself up pretty much.
Yeah, he gave his address, but he was in LA and not doing the right shit. But
And again, it goes back to thinking, bro, you worth millions of dollars. like your whole future is in front of you. You can't be out here in these places where people who are not saying you can't go back and reach back, but it's a certain way you go back and reach back. And being $1 million nigga ain't no dice game. I'm not nowhere near no dice game. Am I wrong for this? Because they say, okay, you got to go back to the hood and show love.
Yeah, it's okay. I can do that without putting myself in overcarious situations. Like, in order for me to continue to give back, I'm gonna have to stay free and stay alive. So y'all motherfuckers can pick a struggle. Y'all can either have me real or y'all can have me gone. Cause you ain't gonna get both. Like straight up. Like and that's what gets me is the fact that we feel like, you know what I mean, in order to maintain our fan base, we have to be in the streets. We have to be in these known rough ass neighborhoods or whatever. And I can still go back to the hood. No, you can't, man. You're not that fucking tough. There's somebody out there in the hood
Not,
waiting for your ass to come back.
that's a great
Bring your
point
dumb
too.
ass one back to the hood,
Because
please
they
do.
both little dudes. Joe Turner X said, I blame the music. Like y'all
Yeah.
little dudes. Like it, man, ain't no like I'm worth 26 million. We both in the room. We both worth 26 million. This $50 million standing
Right.
right here. Bruh, I
Yeah.
gotta have a nigga with hold up, excuse my French. I got to have a white boy with a piece coming out of his ear like this with
You
a
know what I'm
motherfucking
saying?
suit on, nigga.
Some security, like and think what you want. Think what you want, because I mean, at the end of the day, and this is what a lot of us fail to realize. A lot of these rappers are, you know what I mean. They paid entertainers for one thing. They are there to entertain us. A lot of that shit you see in these videos and on TV, this shit is a portrayal of an image that they are paid to put forth for us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes ain't bulletproof. These boys ain't tough. Most of the time, these be little school niggas pretending to be thugs.
Mhm.
Look at
Yeah.
look at how many of them have bachelor's degrees, doctorates and
Oh
shit.
yeah,
These
Plies
niggas
got
ain't
a degree.
stupid. You know what I'm saying? These niggas ain't stupid. Look at 2 Chainz. That boy was a college graduate before he started rapping.
Right.
Ain't nobody slow and
Likewise.
dumb or whatever. A lot of these dudes they put on that persona because that's what pays the bills or whatever. But
Now you see
when
how
you
2 Chainz move. Now 2 Chainz, he got his entourage with him. He got his OGs with him. That's like saying, he's the opposite of what like he's basically the opposite of what these guys are doing. Like he's doing proper security. He got his boys. They roll with him. You never hear 2 Chainz in no shit. He just in the
yeah,
right
they
place.
had him on camera getting robbed, and I mean he did exactly what he was supposed to do. Took off. I
Right,
mean,
right.
Right. Zoe said because
I'm
black
wishing,
men with money
kind of
feel
wishing Takeoff would have took off.
touchable and having an
Yeah, but the
entourage
thing
that
about
provides
Takeoff, he was around the people that is supposed to be for him. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
here,
he got
the
hit.
right.
It
It
was
was
thing,
a private
he got
party.
hit by mistake.
but
Like
the thing, the
it
thing,
was supposed to be a
the,
mistake that he got hit.
yeah, but here's the thing that I just want to speak on. It is the music, and once we realize that these what you say and what you put out into the universe is gonna
It's what
come
you
back
gonna
to
get back.
you,
Yes.
we won't figure it out and see. And you said something that I was going to speak on too. See, these people are being paid to sell us this destruction. So I mean, they're up underneath the same spells that they trying to put up on put masses of the people under. So it's like, of course, you want to say, "Oh, I'm living this life. This is, I'm gangster. I'm in these streets. You know what I'm saying? I can be in any hood. I could do this. I could do that." And you want to stand on that because you know that's your image, and you want to protect that. And that's just what it comes with. I mean, you gonna end up in the
Hey,
wrong place at the wrong time, and like T Love say, I mean, shit. I mean, you got so much money, you can literally change lives in the hood from
Let me
afar.
make something clear to you though, real quick though. Just because you look on Forbes and they say that nigga worth 26 million, that don't mean that's how much money he got.
No,
Right.
I
26
understand.
million is
he
how
was
much he
still
worth to that company. What he
Just
may
he's
have
still
in his
rich.
bank account could be quite a bit less than that. I put it
just
that
like
way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I can.
still rich,
I
bricks. Because
yeah,
if you make $500,000, a nigga from the inner city from the ghetto, if he got 500 in his account. The nigga rich with $1 million worth of jury.
I mean,
I'm just saying for some
I guess.
people.
I guess
500,000 shit, 50,000 a show, 10 shows. That's 500,000 shit. That's for a
But
lot
just
of
think
people.
about all the
That's
people
rich.
you got to pay, and you know how much money you got to spend. The more money
I'm
you
just
make, the
saying,
more
they-
you spending. Most of the time, it don't be like you just got money to throw around. Might be why the argument started.
I mean,
because he got other
certain
shit that money's
artists,
supposed to
but
go into.
I'm not gonna disagree with you, but certain artists, but the Migos, dog. Come on, bro.
You
We
never
know
know,
they was
He
bro.
got
sitting on.
raped though. Now, Tony, you got to realize a lot of the money he was making. That's why dude wasn't with him because they was getting raped. So
I
And
like what Leo said.
that's all cool and well. But he got enough money to stay out of
out of a
sticky
dice game.
situations.
He got more money than
You
most
heard
people
me
that
say
he
it.
was doing.
got
You
more.
heard me say it.
You got
I
more money.
oftentimes feel like I shouldn't be here. Shit, my
No, for real.
chain
Listen, you
ain't
got
no
more
goddamn
money than to be going to the
150,000.
fucking the ghetto to fucking buy cookies. You got more money to be going to the fucking Roscoe's right around the corner from the gangsters. You know what I'm saying? You got more money than that.
Right,
you can
right.
pay somebody to do that. You know what I'm
Let me
saying?
read.
I
Like,
mean,
Let me
either
read
that or
what
just
Leon.
go on
Let
and
me read
check
what
in like
Leon
you're
said,
supposed
y'all.
to anyway.
Let me read what Leon said. He said the sad part is the money he was losing was pocket change, and I want to address that, Leo, because I totally agree.
yeah,
Like
300. They were shooting
when you
300.
go in places like that, like Quavo, Takeoff, man, y'all know these boys hungry out here. Y'all know these niggas ain't getting money like y'all. Y'all niggas should have 10,000 just to blow in that shit to make them niggas be like,
Feel
all
like
right,
they
them some
did
cool
something.
niggas. Well, yeah, them some cool
Right.
millionaires right there.
Right.
But man,
Let them have it.
shit,
Let them have it.
and again, we still don't know all the details of the story, and I'm sure other
That's
shit is
pretty
gonna
much
come
right,
out.
man. When you hear like 5 or 6 niggas saying that reporters and YouTubers,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
usually the case.
you know the rule of three, man. You hear the same story from 3 different people, it's more than likely true.
Right.
Real talk, man. Well,
But
let's see
with
what
all these
y'all.
guys, what they
Go ahead,
have,
bro.
like I knew a lot of these rappers were gonna die, and the fact that how they were coming off dissing people and stuff like that, and the energy they put out. So like you said, all the music you put out is don't have no depth in it, man. Every song is I'm gonna shoot a nigga, I'm gonna do this, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fuck your bitch, and then I'm gonna shoot you after this, and
Hey, I want to comment on that on the comment, T Love,
Go
on the
ahead.
comment you got pinned. So yeah, I do agree with you saying they don't have guidance. And when I say they don't, I'm talking about the masses of the people. But these people that have this money, these rappers and stuff, they have guidance. The guidance is telling them, hey, if you want these millions, then you need to be acting like this. You need to be saying this on these records, or we not gonna pay you. That's the guidance that they have. You know what
Pretty
I'm
much.
saying? This is they're being paid to act like that. They're being paid to poison the masses of the people. So it really is a bigger picture. So they selling us destruction, but you reap what you sow at the same time.
but check this
You
out.
get
These niggas don't have the art of making music. Just like say for instance, Pac will reel him in with the thug life, but then he speaking shit behind it. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. These artists they can do that, but then they fucked up in the head, so that's all they make. So they don't have to make all that like that. You know what I'm saying? You can make because they already know what you're about. That's why I say they have no depth in their music because they have the opportunity to put out more better songs and use that as a catalyst to bring people in for a real message. They don't
But
have
see,
they don't
but
so
have
see,
you think
so,
so you think that so I hear what you're saying, but so do you think that that the artists that do that like a Kendrick Lamar, where I use him because he the biggest one. I mean that I can clearly see like he say other things in his music, but people really don't. I mean, yeah, the people that need to fuck with him is not the people who fuck with him. Like the black people, they don't really fuck with a Kendrick Lamar. They want to listen to the Kodak Blacks and the goddamn,
that's what I'm
you
saying.
know,
Yeah,
the destructive shit. It's not cool for the dude with what he doing. You know what I'm saying? And he making money, but the wrong people is benefiting off of the shit that he's saying. Because if you go to a Kendrick Lamar concert, you ain't gonna see nothing but white people.
But check
You
this
ain't
out.
gonna.
Check this out now.
Tickets cost too much goddamn money. That's why
Kendrick
nobody want to
Lamar.
pay no $20 for the
But check this
motherfucking
out. We got what's the name? These artists, right? Like I'm saying, when they have that, just say if Kodak Black was the has some type of message in his music. Okay, they know you're a crazy motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You Cookie Monster ass nigga. But then you got a message behind that Cookie Monster. See what I'm saying? These
That nigga
niggas
said
don't have
Cookie
that.
Monster.
They don't have a you know what I'm saying, a balanced mind. They don't have anything. They're not poets. These guys are just assholes. So the difference
But do
is,
you think?
I can't really
But
agree with
listen,
that though, because
do
they
you
have
think?
their following. Just
they
like,
have
Do
their
you think?
we
following.
have
I got
our
a question
following.
though.
They
I
have their
got a
following,
question.
but
Do you
they have
think?
no depth. They have no depth in their music. That's all I'm saying.
I got a question. So do you think that, like you say, Kodak Black? So do you think that the people who control the music industry, do you think if he was dropping messages in his music that he would have the type of, the type of look that he got, the type of push that he's getting?
Like I said, then again, these guys don't have it. Like say for instance, Kodak Black, like he says some shit, but it don't make no sense. That's just
To
like
you.
Eminem. That's like
But for
Eminem.
whatever reason, them damn
No,
kids
but
understand
but
every word
but
he
see,
say.
no, but fuck that, cause Kodak Black smart as fuck. I mean, Kodak Black is very intelligent.
Right?
So that shit that he putting on is a pure act. So
You
what I'm
think
saying
so?
is he's hell yeah. Kodak Black is very intelligent.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Leon
I've heard.
said there's no mistakes. It was bad energy.
Yeah, so he's doing that, but like you say, he had to have
Damn.
something behind. You got to have some type of intelligence to get to that point to get what you give. But all we see is what they give us. You know what I'm saying? You may see something else. I don't. I see Cookie Monster, dog. I don't see
Man,
nothing.
Kodak Black got a pardon from the
That
president,
nigga said he
man.
said cougar.
Right.
I see Cookie
All
Monster.
right, no. Let me
I think he
speak
means
on that
Super
for a minute.
Gremlin, but
Let me speak on that for a minute, Rod. And Leon said the truth, bro. I'm tired of rap. Yeah, man, it's bad, bro. But what I would say, just to kind of piggyback off of what Rod was saying, I mean, have we forgot about social engineering? Have we
No,
forgot about the fact that the prison industrial complex not even alleged, you can go and actually research the
they
fact that they
profited it.
invest in record labels. It's like, so I feel like at the end of the day as well, that's why we don't get a lot of the conscious artists anymore right now, just for the simple fact the industry wants what benefits them financially. Like that, they in
Well, they
bed
got to go
together.
with one thing. Like I'm saying, if they going with one thing, which that's while we grew up, we was doing what we was doing, but we had a sense of intelligence. That's all I'm saying. So the music reflected that. So we were crazy, but we weren't too crazy. You know what I mean? These niggas just crazy as fuck, and they don't have nothing else. So even with you can say some shit at the first verse, the second verse, you can have something that means something. That's they just to me is just one sided, and that's how they gonna be. They gonna keep pushing that, and the artists. There's no artists nowadays who do that. You got most artists, like you say, you got conscious artists, and you got thugged out artists that shoot and whatever. Then you got party artists or whatever. They categorize. They all in their own little shit, but Drake is probably the only one that utilizes everything. You know what I'm saying? But he's not thug or nothing like that. But I'm saying you talk about all different shit. You see what I'm saying? So they don't have an artist. That's why he's so far ahead of what he's doing because, you have a Kendrick Lamar. He'll try to. He can't say that. Like even though he's from that area, but he's not the kind of dude that's pushing shit like crazy shit. Even though he's from that area, so they probably expect him to be more like Pac. They were trying to push him like that, but he's not that. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, they don't have a certain depth in their music so the people because it's really made for people to gravitate. You know what I'm saying? And elevate off of your music. It's not meant for you to just, it's not meant for you to just be crazy with it. And they just so far gone. They have short attention spans, dog. They got attention spans of fucking 30 seconds.
Selling
Yeah, but
records by
that
minutes.
wasn't. But everything that you saying, I agree. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is that that is the result of what was planned. I mean, that was what was supposed to happen. That's what they want to happen. They
Right.
want us to have short attention spans. They don't want us to know shit. They want us to vilify our heroes, the people who actually get out there and tell us some shit and make you go and research some shit or make you think about something. They make you think those people are crazy and penalize those people. Like to give an example, like Kanye. I mean, yeah, he
Thank you for
got
that
some
word
crazy.
right into that.
He got some
We can talk
crazy.
about Kanye.
He got
Yeah,
some
I like that
crazy tech.
segue into him. I like that
Yeah,
because
yeah, we can talk about
you know,
Kanye.
and I didn't mean to cut you. But
Yeah, no. I mean, he
honestly,
got some crazy standpoints and he got some crazy ways of doing things. But
Yeah,
if you really sit back and watch the game that he playing, I mean, man, he really trying to put us on the game and make us to be aware of what's really going on. We the
right.
only people on this earth that ain't sticking together. I mean, you can't even tell the truth about a motherfucking and without them saying, okay, we gonna cancel you. That's crazy. Nothing what that man said on that interview was a lie. Nothing. Not nothing. Not anything. Not even from the Black Lives Matters not being shit. Nothing what he
I don't
said
know about
was
the fentanyl, but
Yeah,
or the
but look,
whole
check
thing
this
with the
out.
knee
Now,
because I seen
look,
that knee on that
yeah,
man's neck. I saw that with my
right.
own
That
two
yeah,
was the
eyes,
part. That's the
yeah.
part he
But
fucked me up.
listen,
That's the part he fucked
okay,
me up.
and I'm
and
just kind of
that's
like
cool. And that's cool because maybe like you know what I'm saying. But when you okay, listen, you gotta look at it from an insider's look at like on the insider's mind. He on the inside of this shit, so he can really relate to them being doing some shit like that and presenting it to the world
I
a
can't
certain
agree
kind
with
of
that.
way.
I cannot agree with that.
So
Kanye is so
so
far removed from that shit. Kanye ain't got a pair of ice draws chance in hell to get
wi-
snatched up by no cop the way that they did
no no
K
no
did
no.
your boy. No.
What I'm talking about is as far as them plotting out a scenario,
Oh,
presenting it
that's
to the world, to present it to the world a certain kind of way, because that is what they did to him. So it wouldn't be far-fetched for him to see a situation and want to look at it and analyze it and say, this could be how this happened. This, what I'm saying? The same reason why he gave you the JFK situation as an example. You know what I'm saying? Shit ain't always what it seemed to be. You know what I'm saying?
that's
That was a
that's very very true. But I mean, like even that statement about slavery was a choice, I 100% agree.
me
Only
too.
reason
We
why I
still we still
100%
in
agree because
slavery
I'm
right
like, wait a
now.
minute, we sitting there, we on a boat. It's like 15, 20 white boys on the boat, but it's 200 of us. And some kind of way they got us all on that boat, and
I
all
mean
of us
that ain't
staying on that boat, and ain't
I
nobody
mean,
fighting.
yeah, but, I mean,
Oh,
that
as a
that's
whole, we have failed.
Hey, I'm with
that's
Bricks on that shit. Where all these boats at? Because it was so called so
nah
many
that
millions of us.
nah
God
Right.
damn.
nah that and I was saying I don't agree with that story of slavery, but I mean because we slaves right now. I mean
Yeah,
we work for a currency that's not even that is
Ours.
not worth anything.
It's not even
I
fiat
ours.
believe I
fiat
believe we
fiat
the
money.
indigenous people of this land, and
Yeah,
I
me too.
believe white folks tricked us into believing that we they brought us over here on boats. Now maybe
I
they
mean, truth
brought
be told,
some,
all that boat
but
shit and all
yeah,
that slavery
that
shit
shit
is
is
out the window because we done been mixed and matched so fucking much.
right.
We are a
We
completely
the
new
Indians, goddamn it.
we're the youngest race on the planet, really.
yeah, you gotta
We're the
realize
last race to
these
come forth on this planet.
they
We're
not
younger than the
tell you on the
Chinese,
real history. They're
people
not
from
gonna tell
China, the
you.
Japanese, all that.
Yeah,
We're the youngest race on this planet, and we're the only race like us because we have some of every other race on the planet in us.
right.
Like any of us could take a DNA test to come up with any of man. I can come up Japanese. You know what I mean? And look at
Hold on.
just
What
as
is
black as
Briggs
I am.
talking about?
Yeah, but
I
shit.
was saying great content, fellas. Hey, rewind. What intellectual? What? Briggs, we got to challenge you on that. What are
Okay,
you
Yeah, nah,
talking
I gotta push back on that too, cause I mean,
what we were
now
talking about
I have
was
went deaf and blind for a minute, Briggs. What are we doing here?
what we were
Black
talking
is
about
is
was the whole Kanye
everything.
conversation about
Universe,
slavery being
everything.
a choice,
yeah.
and into which I said, with us being so many, I don't understand how we
Well,
were able to be
everybody
held that
else
way.
has a piece of us.
No, we
It's
yeah, no,
not
we
that
No,
the
we.
oldest,
Right,
we
it's
the
the other
oldest
one. We're
race.
the
no, we're the
oldest.
And that's
youngest race because
no,
the
we the
oldest
oldest
race will be
race because
whatever race we
we
stemmed from. How you gonna be older than what you came from?
Well,
You
I would
can't
but
say
be.
how
we have
how
the.
are you not how is your genetics not from your ancestors? I'm not understanding.
I never
You
said they
you're not a
weren't
new
from the
you're not
ancestors. We
you're
we
not
are
a
genetically
new
a mix
race.
of we're a mix of all races on the planet.
No, no.
Tell me,
That's
okay,
what
so
Constantine,
No,
you want to join
Tell
in?
me this. Tell me this.
no.
Does every person in
Constantine
your
looking
family
like
have the exact same skin color as you?
Bricks.
Listen,
Oh,
man,
he
black
talking
people
about
been was
tonight.
all across this whole world, everywhere.
Right. We
Australia, the South
circumnavigated the entire
Americas,
planet.
Right.
There's
Spain's,
Right.
everywhere. We was everywhere.
pyramids
Right.
prove that.
Hey, let me tell
And
you
where
something.
are
South
you?
America.
Hey,
Where are you right
And
now?
look, we came up. We were
I'm
here,
in
right?
America.
Look, we
Okay,
were here,
you're in
bro.
America.
We were
Okay,
here.
let
Yeah,
me
but
ask you this. Let me
I
ask you
don't
this.
agree.
Is every
But I don't
person in your
agree that
family black?
my family is Indian. All right,
Look,
indigenous,
here we go. Here
whatever
we
you want to
go.
call it. You want to my
This is
people
what
is
I'm trying to explain
indigenous
to
Hey,
you. Every
Smiling say
listen,
to
most are
this
mixed.
land.
it's mixed.
Smiling Korean and mixed.
Whatever you want to
Oh,
call
hell
it.
no. He's mixed. Smiley's mixed. Sure.
No. So what you're saying is that when the Europeans came to this land and they came in contact with the dark-skinned people, copper-skinned people on this land, and mixed into these people, they created a new race.
Well, they
That's
created
what
something
you
a little different because and
I
this is what
can
you're
go for
missing.
that.
What you're
that
missing
I
is
mean
this.
that's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
so
I
like
I
think
mean,
of
still
it
don't
this way.
necessarily agree with that.
When a black person and a white person, like you just see my grandbaby, right? Looking
yeah, I'm
at her
listening.
sitting next to me, you would never
Seen in
believe
the
that's my
in
granddaughter.
the
You
green
think I'd
room.
have went and kicked somebody's door and stole somebody's little white baby, but that's actually my
No,
granddaughter.
I don't believe that. Cause
Well,
I done seen light skinned people, light skinned white black people, white skinned black
Yeah,
people,
okay,
black
the
now
people with
tell me
Peruvians,
this.
blonde
there
Tell
was
me this.
black
some
We'll
people
people
with
stay
that
right
blonde
there, right?
hair,
Tell me
black
this.
people with
Tell me
blonde
this.
hair.
We'll
We make
stay.
everything.
Listen though, you seen that many different types of black people, right? How many different types of
Yeah,
white people you seen? Or how many different
one,
types of Chinese people you seen? Or
one.
Japanese or
Cause
any other race in the
all
planet?
those
How many different types of them and how many different types of us? And then tell me we ain't mixed with everything on the planet. Because
all
we look
those
like all of them.
people listen, all of those people that you just said, all of those people are what they call mongoloids. So all of those people are the same. They're a mixed breed with the dark skinned people of the land that they
Well,
conquered.
we know what they call like if
You
you
know,
take
do
it
you
the
know
term.
that the first ninjas were black, and it was a law in Japan that you couldn't become a ninja unless a samurai ninja unless you were black.
I mean,
I
that
mean,
may very well be true.
so then when they came and got conquered by the European Spaniards or whatever you want to call them, come over there and then mix in with those Oriental people, which were black. Buddha, if you look at Buddha, Buddha is a
Now,
black man.
let me stop you for a question real quick. Now, are you talking
I'm
about were
listening.
these black people or were these Africans? Because you know there's a difference, right? If you don't know the difference, go
When
ask
I
an African. He'll tell
when
you
I'm
real damn quick.
I mean, who cares what the program done told with the African and the segregation of the mind? What I'm saying when I say black, I'm talking about people of color, dark skinned people. There were melanated people across this whole globe.
There are
The,
melanated people everywhere. But I'm not
exactly,
talking
but
about the
what I'm
melanated
but
people everywhere else.
what
I'm talking about the
the
melanated
only
people here.
statement that we pushing back on is the statement that you saying that we're the youngest race and we come from everything else. But what I'm saying is everything else came from
Came from us.
melanated source.
Right.
Everything
And
came
that's
Everything
proven,
else didn't
but
come
that's
from
proven by
here.
science though. Even the
Right.
scientists tell you that the oldest living artifact is a black person. So that means
right.
It's a
that
dark skinned
everything
person, but it's not. See what you're caught up in the skin color. I'm caught up in the actual person. You go over to Africa, yeah, you'll find a dark skinned person over there, but 9 times out of 10, he's of one of those African descents, and that's it. You come over here, you find a dark skinned person, and you're liable to find anything in it, whether it be some type of Native American, or whether it be some type of
I don't
Asian,
believe that.
or it
Well,
be some
well,
type of Irish.
I don't believe
And
that.
believe it or not,
Hey,
I have
let's stay
all
on
the different
topic,
races.
man. That's another podcast, man.
but I think that actually proves your point because that means that everything has a piece of us. I think that's what that means. And I think you just, for some reason, Bricks, you feel like it's opposite of that.
No, I
But
feel like everything is
if
in us, and we're
everything
in
is
everything.
inside of us, that means it comes from us, Bricks. I'm just saying, bro.
I mean,
I don't want to stay on the religion. I mean, I can't.
I
I
didn't
guess
even
this is
nobody
kind
say
of
nothing
a
about religion,
religion
but
topic,
no,
but
not nowhere close to a religion
okay,
topic. It's
okay,
just a straight
okay.
genetics topic, and,
Genet-
and I guess I can
okay,
only say of
facts,
myself that
facts.
I'm probably less African than I am anything else. As dark as my skin is, I just got lucky and happened to have a dark skinned father and a dark
So
skinned mother. But everybody else in my
so
family
in
is
your
white.
mind, when you dark skinned, you come from Africa. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Just because you dark skinned, that doesn't mean you African. You could be dark
Right, but you
skinned.
keep
There
saying
was
the
dark
first
skinned
black person in
Americas.
the
There was
world. Where did they
dark
find her?
skinned.
Right.
Say that one more time.
You said you just mentioned the first artifact in the world was a black person. Where the hell they find them? In Africa.
In,
So
in
African, nigga.
Africa.
So
In
African,
Africa,
nigga. You
but
just proved your
listen.
own point.
Yeah, but I can prove my point about the oldest artifact in America. That was a dark skinned person too. They came in. I mean, their whole story is they came in contact with dark skinned people when they hit the land.
That's the
Yo,
ones
Turtle
but
they came
Island.
and gave
you gotta realize,
polio to or
Chico,
whatever.
Chico,
Hold on, y'all let Constantine say what he gonna say.
you gotta listen, man. You gotta realize, people travel eons ago. You know what I'm saying? So people travel from the coast eons ago. We've been here. So while we were here, there was no one else here when we got here. See what I'm saying? So we've been here, but the same thing is like, in other words, you have Africans that stayed. You have people that came here eons ago,
Okay,
10,000 years
I mean
ago.
that's the way I understand
So we
history.
were
The way I understand history
we were
is
navigating. You know what I'm saying? It's in the pyramids. It shows that they were basically making boats and doing their thing and going. So the slavery thing, that didn't happen like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, we got a race, so we had to become
So we
brand
travel,
new.
we
That's why
travel,
I'm
we
saying we're the newest
travel from
race
the
because we don't have any history.
we travel from the motherland eons ago.
You might be able to trace yourself back to maybe a great grandparent or something
And
like
I
that, but
feel
you ain't
like,
going
and
much
I feel
further
like,
back
and
than
I
that.
feel like, and I feel like, with that same story is what you with he just was speaking on. You got to understand. Okay, we got Pangea,
Hmm.
Pangea. So if we were black and we were everything, it was one land. When it split, black split up. So we were everywhere. It didn't necessarily
I mean,
have to be.
But we do know that there was no human beings when
that was
Pangea
before
was
the
out there,
dinosaur
though,
period.
right? But when all that shit happened, there was no human beings on the planet.
Says
That was
who?
before us.
You-
That was
Says
back
who?
before
From
us.
what they say,
That's back when dinosaurs and shit was still running around.
Says who? I mean,
Well, I
I
mean,
mean, how, I
either
mean,
way,
for
it can't be proven. Either way, because I mean, at the end of the day, okay, somebody found a bone on the earth, right? But somebody had to give birth to that bone, which is the oldest bone that's found. I mean, somebody had to give birth to that, but we can't never prove that.
well,
So it's
see,
one of those things that can't be proven,
white
just
people do
like where
lie a
we come
lot,
from.
but one thing I do kind of believe them is the method that they have to test artifacts. Now, I'm sure it's some lying thieving white folks out there that will
Yeah, they carbon
falsify
test that shit to see
right
how
an
old it
yeah.
is.
So
artifact.
who
But
built the pyramids then? If there
They
wasn't no
ain't figured it
people
out
that back
yet.
then,
They ain't figured it out
I
yet.
do know that earlier they
dinosaurs did
carbonated
it.
technology said
Actually,
that
they
the
were saying certain
Sphinx.
pharaohs built the pyramid. One of the great pyramids were built for what was his name, King Ramsey. So it
Yeah,
were people that built it. They know who
millions of
built the
years ago.
pyramids. It were the ancient Egyptians that built the pyramids. They just can't figure out how they built them.
Well, see,
Right.
the Sphinx
But
was carbon dated at 30,000 years old with older carbon dated technology, and then once we start getting into the 2000s, they said it was older than 90,000 years old. So
exactly. So
the way my ancestors teach it, it's never been a time that the black man and the black woman have not
Yeah,
been
these
here,
this
even
coming
if
from the
we
same
was
people that's
not
telling you
in
Cleopatra
this
was white too,
particular.
though.
Well, I mean, even if we wasn't in this form that we're in right now, as above, so below. That's how we understand the teaching of, you know what I'm saying, our African scholars. So whenever the universe was here, black people was here. So at some point, we more than likely came into the form that we're in right now. But I think that it's on record that the world goes in a 26,000 year cycle, and
And the
they
Great
have
Reset.
proof that the ancient Ethiopians, they had already seen the world go by according to the calendars and what we know right now. But again, history is,
His
is
story.
And like, hold up, but and like you
but
said, our ancestors already found out that the dinosaur thing was a fucking myth. So
right.
based on that, when they making them bones and all that, people
Said
them
we the
pyramids,
dinosaurs. We the ones they talking about.
it's
We
nothing
the
on those walls,
giants.
though. It's nothing inside of those walls, and those pyramids are over 20,000 years old. A lot of them. So
Somebody
dinosaurs
say he
wasn't
don't believe
around
in
there.
dinosaurs.
They creating
Yeah, I don't
bones,
either. It's
dog.
my law.
They
I mean,
creating
I don't
bones.
know. I'm not sure what's going on or what because I also don't believe that it's the only planet out there that got life on it. I promise you, I
Oh,
don't.
that's Ivan. My bad, Ivan.
If that was the case, we would still be finding mad bones now. They only finding bones in certain locations. That don't make no sense. They creating these bones, dog.
I mean,
No,
either
I
way.
mean they already definitely made that public knowledge that they been making the bones
Right.
and doing stuff
Right.
like that.
What's the
Hey,
what's the
this
point
a
of all
powerful
this?
question that Chris just said right here.
Whose history
But
are we
whose
following?
history is we following? And I say it like this, big bro. I mean, at this point, everything is completely questionable. Now,
Oh man.
but what is not questionable is everything that happens in this motherfucking world, it's determined by us. The music is determined by us. Advertising is determined by us. Clearly, we know that most of the inventions that they're using to run these huge power plants, all of that shit came from Africa, and there's proof of that. So, and while we were here, we were already, as indigenous people, carving out roads. So to go back to what Chris said, shit, you got to follow self history. You got to follow what's reality. You got to follow what's actual right now.
Okay, so
That we are the dominant species on the planet, but but we fail somehow. We see that. We know that because when we look at so-called oppressors, we can tell that we can look at ourselves and say, how are these people running things? And truly, they're running it in the ground. We are in the last days. Black people are out of their freaking minds. I mean, completely. The music going back to Takeoff, and a lot of people said it's the energy. Of course, it's the energy.
Yeah,
We're energy beings. Like,
what
go ahead,
they've
Rod.
done to us. No, I was just gonna say what they've done to us is when I really think about it and sit back and analyze everything, they hitting us from every single angle, and they hitting us
Every
from
angle.
and hard.
low frequency waves in our neighborhoods. They're hitting us with the food. They're hitting us with visuals. They're hitting us with fucking
Programming.
programming in our ears. I mean, everything. They're hitting us from. They putting fluoride, all kind of poison in our water. I mean, we're not even operating at 100% capacity when you really look at the average black person. You know what I'm saying? We the most unhealthiest people physically, mentally, in every state of being. And
I
it's like
mean,
when I read, it's sad. It's really
And they
sad, and it's
use
like
us. They
I'll take y'all
use us
outside
for
with
our
me.
own demise. They use us.
yes,
Hey, don't you
Yeah,
believe?
they've made us very good at killing ourselves.
Hey, don't you believe it's time for us to rise up, dog, and say our own thing? And people
how,
keep
but
saying
how
it.
can you though? But
Look,
how
hey,
can you?
look.
Because it's
How
so
we can
deep.
do it. It's like we doing it here in groups.
I mean,
Groups that
this
agree.
where it starts at,
Groups
Constantine.
that
The
agree, dog.
conversation
Right.
of black men, because if we don't have this conversation, I mean, the world ain't gonna change as far as I'm concerned. And this is the problem right now with our young men. I mean, going back to Takeoff, you're in a place as a millionaire. Okay, whatever Google say millionaire, some people say he ain't. Whatever. Okay, you're a famous celebrity with a future brighter than 97% of the people that's walking on the planet. As black men, we have to be smarter about the positions that we put ourselves in, because at this point, and at this point, that point, the other point, we at war, regardless, like mentally, spiritually, financially. And if we don't understand that, then we get to this place where we killing each other over dice games. Or we at a dice game and you can't get along because you've been raised by a single mother. Shout out to the single mothers, and you an emotional young man, and you got to pull out your gun and you got to argue and whine and bitch over some money when it's a bunch of rich niggas in the room. And don't nobody want to say this, dog.
I mean, it don't make no damn sense, man. It really don't. It really don't.
See, the problem is these niggas is gambling. They broke niggas. You know, I learned that if I'm gonna shoot dice, and niggas out there robbing niggas, I'ma shoot dice in my crib. You know, with a couple of niggas I know like y'all, a couple of niggas I know like y'all, we all got money. I'm not about to roll dice with a nigga that's fucking working at Waffle House and shit, or a nigga that's fucking slanging and shit. You know what I'm saying? You roll dice with niggas in your same occupation. You see what I'm saying? So
you shouldn't even be shooting dice, man. That's some ghetto, low class shit. I mean, you want to shoot dice, man? Take your ass to fucking Las Vegas and fucking go to the casino. You know what I'm saying? If you want to shoot
Drake
dice.
been doing viral at the motherfucking casino online.
Play roulette.
We know that we're not gonna shoot each other, right? Us four here. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we not
nah.
say we all get.
Ain't nobody really gonna trip over no bread like that. Like sooner or later you get back to
the somebody if my life is in. If my life is in danger of being taken out of here,
pretty much.
Like,
that's it. That's the only reason I got for it. It ain't about no money. Because I'll get that back.
Real,
Can't get back that life. Can't get back the time you're gonna spend.
The rolling dice is fun though when you broke. You can do it with your friends and stuff. That's how I used to do. Like,
Chris said it goes back to slavery. The masters made us with this shit, a house nigga and a field nigga.
Look, you can't be doing that shit, man. With
which nigga are you?
Look,
this is the question.
Atlanta,
which nigga you want to be?
Why is you rolling dice?
We all field niggas. It ain't no. That's an illusion.
We all field niggas, but we all want to be house niggas.
That's the shit. That's the shit. That's the shit that gets me every time. Yeah, and then but the thing about it was, yeah, the nigga that was in the house. Yeah, he might have thought that, I might get a little privilege here and a little privilege there, but nigga, you still a slave, nigga.
Yeah, you just a nigga in a suit.
You just in the house now, nigga. You still a slave. You know better than nobody else. They still doing you the same way.
I know what you meant, Chris. Chris said everybody at the party had to be a baller. Right. It was only 40, 50 people there. Like, it probably, like, bruh, don't get me back on that location.
Them niggas had went to a party, right? They had an after party. Then them niggas decided to roll dice with the niggas that were there. That's what happened.
Man, you can call me a coon all you want, nigga. If I got that kind of bread, nigga, when I step out, nigga, I got a motherfucking white boy with a motherfucking earpiece in his ear. This motherfucker got a motherfucking walkie-talkie right here. Motherfucker got a gun in his ankle. Bitch got one on his hip. Motherfucker got one in the crossbow right there, like on the shoulder. Like,
it's so crazy
though. This motherfucker, he's a military assassin. Like he is trained to kill niggas, and I hate to say it like that.
But
he trained to kill niggas that want to take your life. Let me say it like that. YouTube.
We the only people, man, that gotta really live like that once we get money, man. You know how many millionaire white people, man, and that you ride by every single day that ain't living like that. They ain't riding with no security.
Look at the shit we do. We can't grab no money and just put it in the bank and invest and maybe land and do positive shit around the neighborhood. We got to go buy $2 million worth of jewelry to try to walk down fucking Peachtree Street with on, and don't think nobody gonna try to get your ass. Like everybody don't know that they hunting rappers. Like we come out the door every day.
That's the point that I'm trying to prove.
No matter who you are, if you come out here with this shit right here attached to your body, this black ass skin attached to your body, you got a target on you coming out the door any fucking way. Don't fuck around and be a rich nigga, because now us poor niggas is looking for you too. So I mean, you just got to really be more careful and be aware of your surroundings and where you at and who you dealing with.
Yo, that's a bot right there, man.
And it's the music, that done taught us that mind frame. Music and the entertainment industry done taught us that mind frame that once you get your money, you got to show it off.
Chris, they didn't have security with them. They had an entourage with them to wear.
No, they had some niggas with some guns with them. That's how he got shot.
Exactly. They had some.
Your own security don't shoot you.
Oh, you can't have no just some niggas with some guns, man. You gotta have some white boys with.
Yeah, some niggas that was strapped.
With
not
motherfucking
strapped
knives
with a
and
T,
guns
strapped with a K.
Let me tell you something, man. Years ago, I seen Steven Seagal walking down South Beach. Man, Steven Seagal was walking. He had a black little, they had a little robe shit on. Man, he had these two Asian dudes walking right beside him. When I tell you them motherfuckers ain't smile, man, and you know how tall Steven Seagal is. Them motherfucker like 6'4", dog. I'm talking about he had some badass motherfuckers with him, dog. You be like, Okay, they like 5'7", but bet, I
You better not
bet
try
you
'em.
wouldn't have run up on Steven Seagal. Them motherfuckers had on black type
Yeah, they
of
probably changed that
motherfucker. They was
Aikido.
ready to motherfucking hit you with a motherfucking right in your nigga. You dead, nigga. You incapacitated, nigga. You out of there, nigga. Man. We got to be like this. I mean, and like Rod said earlier, I agree, Rod. It shouldn't be like that. But the world that we living in, the reality of it is that people is out of their damn mind. Look at your baby mama. See how crazy that bitch is. So you got to understand that we are living in some crazy times.
Yeah,
Like
you said a
seriously,
mouthful there.
these niggas is killing. Man, when I was coming up, man, niggas would more than likely fight it out, man. Nowadays, dog, it's
Ain't no
like
farewell.
these
Ain't no
niggas,
fair ones. Just
they
farewells.
just farewells, like you said, Bricks. Like these niggas is, I mean, that's got to be the most insecure feminine man to just shoot a man over an argument in a dice game, or to even pull your gun out when it's nothing but your people around. Y'all, I mean, this shit don't discuss y'all, dog. Like every time I go out around my people, and you know what's crazy about it and the reality of it, because I was the type of dude that when I went out in the streets and I started getting this higher elevation of consciousness and understanding the bond that we have as black people, and the bond that we don't have like other people, but it made me want to speak to brothers. You know what I mean? It made me want to get eye contact with brothers. But this shit's so bad, man. You can't even get eye contact with a brother. His frequency too low, man. Like these niggas' frequency is low, bro. It's like,
Do you
dog.
do you realize how traumatizing it is to grow up as a black man in America? Like it's traumatizing. You traumatized from about the age of 4 years old. Like, or at least me personally, I think I got my traumatizing at about 9 years old when I got snatched up by some police for no reason and took up in the mountains and left. And it's just like you get traumatized early and you get into this fight or flight, and generally you're not around nothing but us, and we all like that pretty much, so it's generally constantly a fight going on, so you always in the midst of feeling like you have to fight to survive. You don't have a lot of choice, and it gets to a point where you're tired of fighting, you don't want to fight no more, so you get to that point where, look, I'm gonna just go ahead and end this shit right here and right now. And then goes to the point of where it's any confrontation, our go-to is just to go ahead and take your ass up out of here. Because, for one thing, niggas ain't built for to fight no ongoing years-long war. Don't nobody want to do that. So, I mean, if we got a beef, that shit gonna get cooked real quick. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm even guilty of it myself, man. You kind of know how I get down. Like, I'm guilty of it myself. Like, I'm not playing games out here, and I'm not trying to fight with you twice. Win or
And that's the
lose,
reality. I
that's
mean,
gonna be the
that's the
last fight.
reality of the world that we living in. I mean, we have to have that mindset as men, but at the same time, it's like with our youth, dog. It's like damn, like
But I
this
mean,
shit
they've
is
grown up watching us do it, and then you got to keep in mind that majority of these kids out here today, these rappers you see out here today, he mentioned it earlier, got a single mother as a parent. Why? Daddy been locked up all his life. Why? Hillary Clinton and they jumped in there in the office earlier in the '90s, and they locked every nigga they could possibly find up. That's what they was doing, to stop and frisk, and they were just jamming niggas up for no reason, giving niggas 15 years for an ounce of cocaine or an ounce of crack, but then turn around and give a white boy probation for the same amount of cocaine. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got powder cocaine, the black guy got crack. They got the same exact charge with the same exact weight, but the black dude get 15 years, white boy get probation.
Right.
There's actually two sets of laws. It's traumatizing growing up out here as a
right.
black man.
Yeah,
It's fucking traumatizing, bro.
You
two
gotta
sets of
realize,
laws, boy. You said some shit then.
me and Bricks, one of the niggas who got up top, dog, and it's like, I'm pretty sure he can look back at go on Facebook and see niggas that's dying. That since
Oh
he,
man, nigga.
since I've been down here, I done seen about at least 50 dudes die. You know what I'm saying? From the time I've been living down here since
I mean,
'04.
I've witnessed it in person as far as, seeing niggas take shit too far. I mean, even people that, brothers I got serious love for. I've seen them do shit, and I'm just sitting there like, yo, that shit, that was super unnecessary. You could have beat his ass. You didn't even have to go that far.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And feel in some way because, my people's looking at me like, what you want me to do? I'm not trying to keep going back and forth with this nigga. We done shot at each other one time before. Guess what they was doing, by the way? Playing fucking dice.
Damn.
And I mean, I'm standing in front of the gun like, bro, don't do this. And the nigga was like, listen, move or I'm popping you too. All I could do was move.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen that shit on way more than one occasion, on multiple occasions, and every time it was over some bullshit.
Right.
Over some shit that could have been easily replaced. You know what I mean? Or we could have knuckled up, or I mean, even if one situation where somebody stole something, you could have made that nigga work that shit off. You ain't had to take his life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now it's like, what do you do now? At this point, now you done taken this life, you label with that. People looking at you funny the rest of your damn life. You always gotta watch your back, because best believe I don't give a fuck who it is in the world. Somebody love him, and somebody gonna be upset when you kill him.
Chris said facts.
Niggas need to
Now,
start thinking about the consequences of the shit that they doing, bro. Like, where you
Ain't no
going, who you with. Niggas don't think about these consequences. Everybody feels like they bulletproof and can't get touched. And trust me, you
That's
in
what
line, nigga. You
that's
on
what you
deck.
gotta have a man in there. You gotta have a man in your life, man.
You
I was
got
just
to.
gonna say that. You
But
took the
most of
words
these
out of
kids don't grow up without them, man. And that's
Like
why
I
they
said,
act like they do. They
when I
ain't
was
had no.
wilding out, if I had my pops dog, I wouldn't even be here, man. Because
Bro,
he would yoke me up. You know what I'm saying? And tell me some shit.
Hey
it's
man.
crazy,
Take
man.
me
My
out, 'cause
dad.
I was out there loose. You know what I'm
My
saying?
pop's nickname was Crack, bro. My dad was like straight up. My dad was like one of the town crackheads and shit, right? And his nickname was Crack, and motherfuckers used to call me Little Crack. That kind of taught me how to fight type shit.
Damn,
Cause I
nigga.
started knocking
Ooh,
niggas
I don't
out.
mean
Like,
to god
I started
damn.
whooping niggas ass because they kept on
God
calling me
damn,
that,
bro.
right?
Putting on them.
So
Hey, this
it's like
therapy right here. Shout out to Black
it's
Man.
crazy, right? But even though my dad was what he was and he did his thing or whatever, when he got himself clean and got back to himself, mind you, I was already in like my late 20s by at that point when he got off the shit. You know what I mean? But he did circle back and get with your boy. Because
Right,
I was
right,
out
right,
there.
right.
I had got myself in a situation. Actually, y'all met me right after dealing with my dad. And previous to dealing with him, I was kind of the same person, and I was kind of wild even when y'all met me, but
Right,
I
right,
was 10
right.
times worse before that, like way worse. Like the whole situation with the white boy at the crib, oh bro, that would have been a whole different situation had it been before I got with my actual father. And he had to sit me down, and he's like, bro, listen, you can do one or two things. You can either take your ass to school, get you a class, get you some kind of education, or you can stay out here doing what you're doing, and you know where you're going back to. I ain't even got to tell you what your other option is. You know what I mean? So I had to make that choice, and he gave it to me on a plate, on a platter, like a man. He's like, if you choose to get to better yourself, you ain't got to worry about a damn thing. I got you. And then we got to have them conversations. I got to get that advice. God bless him because he passed away a couple of years later. But I'm so glad I got to spend that time. And when I think about it, even though he was crack, he was always there. You know what I mean? There wasn't a time when I come home and dad wasn't somewhere close by. He might not be at the house, and you might want to lock the
Right.
doors and put your shit away when he is in the house. But you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Damn.
Like,
Hey, I'm glad we can laugh about certain parts of that,
yo,
man.
man, it's like
That
because
let
I
me
love
know
my
you
father.
came a
No
long
matter
way.
what
Right.
you may have thought about him. Being
Right.
a
Real
drug
talk.
addict, the fact that he got knocked down with that shit, but was able to get up from it and become. I mean, he had the key to the city when he died, bro. Niggas had a whole
Damn.
ceremony from him. The fucking mayor of Elizabeth, New Jersey, gave my father the key to the city. It's sitting in his living room right now. By the time he passed away, which with about a 20-year span, he got himself all the way together. So I can't hate that, man. Everybody got a past. Everybody make
Man,
mistakes,
shout out
but
to
the
Pops,
choices you
man.
make
Shit.
is what builds you into what you're gonna be or what you're not gonna be. So your choices, and I mean even the smallest ones, they can either make you be here tomorrow or not. And going to play dice when you know you're worth millions of fucking dollars is not a good choice.
That'll
It's
never
just
be
really
a
not
good
a
choice.
good choice. It's just
But
not
you know what,
something though.
Brent?
When you're that age, though, you don't think of it that way.
And I will say, I think platforms like this, T Love Talks, and other men that are actually having the conversation, it gives the ability for the young, you know what I'm saying, the young men to kind of chime in and see what's really going on, what's really happening, the ideas and the mindsets. We all in our 40s, so I mean, we want you to grab something out of this. I mean, don't
Most
just like,
definite, man.
you
Ain't
know what I'm
nobody trying
saying?
to
Like
lecture.
that's why I make content. I make content so people can get something out of it, man. It's just not about getting a huge following, a big check. Now, granted, we gonna do that shit. We gonna do that regardless. But going back to what Constantine said, the masculine energy is not there in our young men, and shit, some of our older men. And I think that's the biggest issue that we're having. in my opinion, if we don't preach masculinity throughout the world, this shit is doomed. This shit is at, I want to say this shit is damn near at its lowest point, but this shit is just, it's dilapidating daily. And you want to talk about the mindsets, the earth, whatever you want to think about, our women, shit is dilapidating daily.
Oh,
So,
and
Got so
can I
many
piggyback on
struggles,
that real
man.
quick?
yeah, go ahead, bro.
Let me piggyback real quick when we talk about preaching masculinity. No, I'm not saying masculinity is being macho men or hating on
Right,
nobody. I mean
right, right,
masculinity is in
right. That's
behaving
paying
as a
your
man
bills on
shall behave.
time.
You know what I mean? Making
That's
sure your
making sure
family
you
is taken
choose the
care
right
of, making
woman
sure
that's
you're
going
doing the right things, and you treating your lady like a queen. That's masculinity. That's being a fucking man. That's nothing less. You
and
know
let
what
me
I
jump
mean? And
in.
that
You
ain't no
treat her
hate
like
on
a queen if
nobody.
she a
But
queen. Because we got
yeah,
to
is
talk
she a
about that
queen
too.
now?
That's another
Yeah.
whole show. It's a lot of O's out here that think they
Hmm.
supposed to be getting queen treatment.
Right.
But y'all deserve Dairy Queen treatment. And then I'm going to go back to the house, put that
Yeah,
dick in your mouth. Go
You
ahead,
up in
brother. I didn't mean to
Louis
digress,
Vuitton
bro.
dressed in a Walmart uniform, baby. You're not even qualified for the position. Like straight up, you can't.
Hey, you
We
know what?
can't do it.
That's a perfect segue into this next topic because I wanted to talk about JessHilarious. I don't know if y'all seen the interview with her and Wallow and what's your boy name? Gilly on
Killer the
$1 million
kid.
worth of game. I could not get that clip for some reason, but basically what happened was she was on there saying how, Wallow was asking her what type of man would it take, you know what I mean, to lock her in. And she was saying, like, oh, it's got to be a man that can match my swag. He got to match my bank account. You know what I mean? Because I'm getting money. You know what I'm saying? Blase Squaw. And Wallow said, well, damn, what if you met a brother that was like working at Walmart? You know what I mean? Like, you see him and she's like, oh, nah. Well, what if he, actually got up to the general manager? He got
You
out
know
of
the
jail,
answer to
had
that.
his fitness right. You know what I'm saying? Like everything was all good. And she was like, oh nah, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. So I want to talk about that tonight too, because I want to see how men think about the position that think about how women feel about you in the position that they expect you to be in, but not give you the type of feminine energy that you deserve as a man. Let me go into this clip. Let me find this clip. I sure don't have it labeled, so hold on, let me check.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's the second one. That's Country Wayne. That's the second part of it. Okay, let's watch this.
I still say to this day that's the best relationship I ever been in. With certain things, we would still beef about how much we make. Cause I'm like, yeah, nigga, I make more than you. Like I let him be on his house for a while, and Wayne is so competitive. I'm like, okay, and at first it was cool, it was cute. I'm like, okay, I got a nigga that's like, okay, challenging. All right, cool. We wanted to go on tour together. It was gonna be called Best of Both Worlds. He's a clean comic.
Okay, so that's just saying that she's responding to basically the piggyback off $1 million worth of game because they asking her basically about a relationship. Hold on, I'm gonna let Wayne speak. Hold on.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta take it.
So what was up with that JessHilarious thing, man? What?
Oh, me and Jess were good. Like we had the best. Man, every relationship I had was good.
Yeah.
Me and Jess we ain't argue. Everything about me and Jess was perfect.
Yeah.
Like it was good.
Yeah.
Everything. Me and her connected. Me and Jess was cool, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Now I ain't gonna. I thought y'all gonna be like that. That.
We was though. We was, but what it was, you going two different ways.
Yeah.
And Jess was used to she was used to guys, especially her being in her position in her last relationship. She wasn't at that point, she wasn't used to no man, but she didn't realize you just a lad, but I'm Country Wayne.
Yeah.
So you ain't even got, but they do it out of fear because a woman to take out of fear of how men ain't gonna be there in the end and all that, a woman to take their fears from their last relationship and put it on you and like, bro, I'm here, but one thing about it now, I'm Wayne. Like,
facts.
I'm gonna be the man
for sure,
but you gonna be the woman.
Facts.
And that don't mean I'm above you. It's just that I got to be who I am and you be who you are. You don't need to help me be Yeah.
Did you ever feel like y'all was competing in the you know, like of course y'all was
Oh
doing?
yeah, just competitive. But I told her for straight, you can't mess with Wayne. Like I'm good at shit, boy. Listen here, I got the hood in the church. I should tell her that, like, bro, I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm gone.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I do this.
Mm-hmm. She ever called? She ever?
Okay, I like Country Wayne, man.
He's
So
funny as hell.
just
yeah.
go ahead. No, I was just gonna say, just to piggyback off $1 million worth of games, she said she needed a man that had this, that, and the third. Wayne was the type of man that could give her that energy, but these women, they don't want you because initially what he said was, well, what she said was, he was saying, okay, we could do this tour together, but after a few years, we rack this bag up, I'm gonna want you to be at home, because he knew she wanted to have more kids. She was like, nigga, that ain't about to happen. He told her, he said, I'm gonna take care of you. But y'all really got to go back and watch that interview. But what y'all think about that though, man? These women is getting this money. They don't want a man to tell them nothing. I mean, I think Constantine think it's still some out there that's making all that bad, that's can submit and humble themselves.
No, those are the ones, like I said, those are the unicorns. That's hard to find.
They don't exist.
They're unicorns.
Them don't exist. You dead right. Dead right.
You might be out there in Sacramento or Berkeley somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
All I can say is in them type of situations, man, don't be like August Alsina. Keep your mouth shut. Just be the side nigga and humble yourself to keep your position as the side nigga, because you ain't finna tell her shit.
Right.
You're not finna tell her a damn thing. She gonna do what she want to do when she want to do it, and you just be there to drop the dick off when she wanted it, and that's about it.
But see,
And,
Jess
play PlayStation.
Jess got that raspy ass voice too, man. Like that's I don't know, dog. Like Jess need to lighten it up or something. But again, that's
I mean,
her
she
personality.
just over. I mean, I believe we had a show about why is your girl so damn masculine, and she's one of the masculine ass females. You know what I mean? And it's just like that's the type of female that she probably would do better. Just go ahead and get her another female. Like honestly,
Right.
that's what she gonna need before she be happy. To be very honest, but ain't no nigga gonna stay with her doing that. Like really, straight up.
Real
I mean,
talk,
truth be
real
told,
talk.
we all know that most of the time. I mean, me, and anybody else could be in the same field as a black woman, and she gonna probably make more money than you in one way, form, or fashion. You know what I'm
the
saying?
only one that thinks the brat was getting beat down, or was the brat getting beat down all through the years, and then she wound up marrying a chick?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, she
The
was
brat went
she
through her
was fucking with
phases,
Roy
didn't
Jones Jr., wasn't she?
Right. He was
Right.
beating her down. One of the few.
Yeah.
Allen got it too. But she was swinging. She was one
I
of the.
think Missy Elliott the one that turned her out though.
Oh yeah. Missy turned them all out.
Hey man,
I think Missy was the one that turned her out.
Facebook, dog. Like one of these niggas' girls look like Missy Elliott and Fat Albert put together, dog. And it was crazy. They showed me the picture. I said, God damn. What can you do with that? Don't do it. And that's another thing guys do too, man. They have low self-esteem. They'll take that wildebeest.
But country,
I mean, but everybody got.
and,
I mean, some niggas is into that type of shit, man. Like me, I like big women personally. I don't have no problem when my wife's a big girl. Like I don't have no issue with big girls, but then I also don't have no issue with small girls. Like
your wife is medium. For her defense, she's medium. She's
like
not a big girl.
About 180, 190, something like
No,
that.
dude, I'm talking about somebody that's morbidly obese, nigga. That's not.
I mean, still, some motherfuckers is into that type of shit, bro. They roll them around in flour, find a wet spot, and go to town, nigga.
We was talking about that shit the other day too. Like niggas get used to big girl smells, like that shit becomes aphrodisiac.
I mean, and then they can cook. I told y'all about that cooking, bro. They can normally cook too.
Right, they smell like food and grease, and some niggas just adapt.
Always got a
to that
sandwich
shit.
in the fold and shit for you. You know what I mean? Like, hey, nigga.
Shout out to Folk Shop.
Don't be knocking the big girls, man. I'm with the big girls. Shout out to Lizzo.
Well, somebody gotta love the big girl. What Ice Cube said, and
Well, see, y'all keep saying big. I'm talking about morbid. That's different.
I mean, I
Well,
seen my 600-pound life, and that shit breaks my fucking heart. Cause I'm like, how the fuck do you
The
let
only
yourself
way
get
you should
that damn
accept
big?
a super obese woman is she done had 10 kids for you. That's
And
the
then the
only way you
shit that
should
get
accept
me
it.
though, bro, is it always be a little like light pole, like nigga, she eating everything. This nigga eat nothing. Cause the husband always be super skinny. Have you ever noticed that shit?
right.
Right.
The husband
Probably,
always
hey,
be
That's
just
gonna
she
be
eating
good.
everything. Like this bitch eating
probably
5
Hey,
turkeys
even when you
for
see
breakfast.
these huge white girls, man, it'd be a real skinny black dude with them interracial couples and shit.
Right.
Check this out. Look,
Always.
y'all fail to neglect the fact that a lot of these brothers doing that because they don't want to work. So you look at that, and you
I
know,
mean that, and
you
then
look at
a
that.
lot of times niggas have low self esteem, and you know
That's
where
what I'm
we get
talking
that
about.
from. We
You know
get
what I'm
that
saying?
from our own sisters. They get
Look,
that shit from us. Y'all hard on a nigga.
but look, you interview a
That
lot of
go
them.
back to that masculinity.
Yeah.
Y'all hard on a nigga. Like I mean, it'd be crazy because a nigga can just be trying to be nice, and you'll try to rip his fucking head off for just like holding a door for you or some shit like that. And it's like, damn, I was just holding a fucking door for you. You ain't gotta up and down me like that. That okay. Next
See,
time I
that's
slam the shit, bitch. And that's when
you,
trouble start.
hey, Briggs, you can't tell the 2%, nigga. Shit, it's only 2% that deserve to have the door open for them. Shit,
Yeah,
so
you
you
roll the
gotta
dice.
take a chance as man, right? And then you be like, all right, let me hold
No
the door
pun
for this
intended.
motherfucker. Let me hold the door for her and see if she
And
even say something.
you take the lady out or whatever, and you try to open her car door for her. She looking at you all crazy, or you open the door for her. She get her ass in and just fucking sit there. Now you got to unlock your fucking car door to get in the damn. This bitch ain't even unlock the door for you. That type of shit right there is what you run into, or that's I run into that. Maybe I'm shopping in the wrong district. Glad I'm married
And
now.
that goes back to say, man, the black culture, man, the pillars that we standing on right now is some fucked up pillars. We got all these different struggles. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
You gotta worry about your fellow brothers, you gotta worry about your fellow sisters, you gotta worry about the police, you gotta worry about the government. I mean, it ain't safe.
got these
It
young
ain't
girls out
safe
here
for
can't
us. You
fucking
know what I'm
cook.
saying? It's not
Like
safe for us
shit,
out here,
it's
man.
chicks out here my age can't fucking cook, and I just don't understand it. I'm just like, what? What you been doing all your life? Like, bitch, you can't cook. What do you have to offer? I mean, it is a table, and you want me to bring something to it, but you can't even put no food on it. Like,
Yeah. And the
if you
shit
didn't
on
notice, everything circles right back around the food with me.
look, I used to come down here, dog. Look, I used to come down here in the 90s, dog. That's why I ended up down here because I was in New York. I would come down here during the 90s, man, meet girls, and they'll, fuck the shit out and they'll cook and all this shit. I'm like,
Right,
wait,
nigga.
I can't wait to come to Atlanta, man. So this went on for a while.
You get down here now, man. These motherfuckers, they order your ass some Popeyes, nigga.
Man, by the time
That
I
part.
moved down here, man, that shit, man, by the time I met y'all niggas, that shit was exhausting, nigga.
Man, bruh,
Talk
it'll
about
be
that
like, yo,
shit.
what we gonna eat? And then you got to order out. Now they got Uber Eats, so now you spending like $70 for a cheeseburger because they had to deliver that motherfucker to you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
dog.
it's crazy, man. Like, and
Yo,
I mean, like I said, I'm glad I'm with the woman I'm with because she can actually cook. That's why a nigga stays healthy and chubby like I want to be.
yeah,
And
you ain't skinny no more, nigga. Yeah.
yeah, I really wasn't. I ain't never been skinny, but I got a little fat there for a while, bro. Tony seen the results of that cooking.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, y'all. Hey, man, episode 22, T Love Talks, All-Star Cast tonight. We had to jump in and discuss this takeoff issue tonight, y'all. I did have one last story though, man. I wanted to speak on this Mo 3 situation, man. I don't know if y'all heard, but the first time I heard about it, it was from Charleston White, and then other content creators started talking about this story. But rest in peace to Mo 3. But apparently, um, he was actually supporting another man's baby mama, and he basically he laced the bitch, her kids, all of that. And the brother Mo 3 actually received retaliation from the baby daddy. And it's all coming out now. The CEO spoke on it. What is his name? Rain something? Rainwater or
So
something.
that's what he
The
got
CEO.
killed because he was taking care of somebody baby mama.
He was taking care of somebody baby mama. He laced the bitch up. I mean, niggas with money do this. And
I
this is
mean,
one
it's
thing
Rainwater
that
was
like
his
pissed me
manager.
off.
That's
That
just
was his
an
Rainwater
manager.
was his manager. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
so
that
he
shit
had
pissed
dropped the
me off.
location where he was at and all of that shit like that. He had spent the night at a young lady house, and he was the only one knew where he was at. And the guy caught him on the
It's
way
like
to.
trouble situation.
So you said
Mhm.
his own manager gave
Yeah, his
the
arm gave dropped his location because I mean there was no other way for them to figure out where he was at. I mean, because other than that, they would have just got him right at the girl house, but they caught him right when he
Yeah, they
getting
caught
on the
him on the through.
expressway.
Yeah, on the expressway.
Yeah, yeah, right when he was getting on the expressway, because they knew the his exact route that he was about to take because he was going to the manager. You know what I'm saying?
But I thought that basically they already had the drop on him. It sounded like they was waiting on him when he got out of there after he got done smoking.
Nah, cause he would have seen him then, and he would have had a chance to react. I
So
mean, it was a situation where he was on the phone with his manager. You know what I'm saying? He being rushed because he already had shit to do, and so his manager rushing him from he ain't supposed to be at the girl house. You need to come on, come on, come on type shit, and
right.
whole time dropping his location turn by turn where he at, and they caught him while he was getting on the expressway. They got the whole shit, the
So
whole
Damn.
thing,
So
because
his
in
manager set
Texas,
him up.
so his
yeah, the
manager
whole
set him up. So
yeah,
his manager would put a hit on him, you saying?
basically yeah. I
Damn.
mean that's and and the shit's so crazy because it's like with all that being said, it's like motherfuckers. I mean the police, these people know, and that's just one. I just want to piggyback to the whole main topic just to bring it full circle one time. Okay, the music industry, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what we're dealing with. We're talking about Mo
It's
3.
dirty.
You know what I'm saying? It's very dirty because you got these people that put you in a position to talk about these things and promote these things, and then they double back around on you after
And
you
force
commit
you to
all of
live it.
these crimes. Yeah, and force you to limit and are either get you killed or goddamn put you in jail for the same shit that they paid you to do with the RICO, hit you with the RICO. But what I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to say about the rainwater situation, with everybody in the whole city knowing what went down, why is he still free? So it got to be somebody in a higher level keeping, you know what I'm saying, keeping this man free for the
You
purpose
know,
that
you
he
know who
served.
territory
What
that
if he
is.
wasn't present though? So was rainwater in the car when it went down?
Nah, he
No,
was on the phone with him.
he was by himself. He was leaving from the girl house. He went to the girl house, spent the girl night at the girl house. Rainwater called him. You got to do this interview today. Blase Squaji, come on, come pick me up from such and such. You know what I'm saying? They on the phone going back and forth, and the whole time he got the other dude waiting for him to hop on the tollway.
I
Right.
tell
So
you
the
what,
dudes that
boy,
got the drop on him, he gonna be coming. He gonna be coming out of this highway. They were just waiting on him. And you
these
see
Yeah,
how
niggas
far,
have a hell of a time putting
what was
together.
really crazy, dog. I almost basically shed a tear, dog, when I saw that shit, dog. Because how the nigga jumped out
man.
of how he died. He died so like the nigga waited on him, and then I don't know if he tried to get away, but they must have shot him, and then the car stopped, and he got out of the car, and then ran.
Nah, what happened was the
Running.
gun. Nah, he had a gun, and the gun slid up underneath the seat. So what he tried to do was stop the car because he didn't want to get shot from, and a nigga just shooting at you while you driving. So
Right.
he stopped the car because he knew that the car, ain't gonna stop exactly where you stop at. They're gonna go a little past you, so he would have enough time to run around the goddamn vehicle and grab him when he was trying to get it from up underneath the seat. The nigga hadn't already done got too close, so then he had to just try to run, but it was already too late. I mean, you
Right.
feel
But I
me?
saw the
But
way the dude executed him, man. They jumped out. They used the throwaway, I call a throwaway. And the dude,
mhm.
these young niggas is throwaways like guns, so they used the throwaway to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? So the dude who did it probably got paid like 4-5 stacks to do it. One of them kind of niggas, if that.
Yeah, and
Right.
then and the same nigga who did it is Yellow Boy cousin.
Yellow
The
Beezy,
the
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yellow
Yellow
yeah,
Beezy.
Yellow Beezy cousin, the nigga that Mo3 was beefing with.
So
So
he
so
so Beezy,
rainwater was really what rainwater was doing was basically playing all sides.
Yeah, he
You
played
know what I'm
both
saying?
sides.
He
He
was playing
backdoored
both
him.
sides. He was playing both sides whole
He straight
time.
up backdoored him.
Yeah.
So for him to do that, he must have figured that he was going to get rid of him as a manager or something. It was something behind that.
Cause he was about to blow, man. Really, I mean, he had signed under
You
He
signed
was
with Boosie?
Boosie
jealous of
label. He
him.
was signed with Boosie. You know what I'm saying? He was about to
This
really
man,
blow.
Man,
this
that was a
man was
talent.
his own manager was on the interviews basically saying like talking about how Mo3 cheap and he don't really want to spend no money when they go out and he when they go to the club he might only give them like $1,000 to you know what I'm saying play with
I
but
mean, he
really
was
he got his
smart.
own money. Yeah, no, but the thing about it was he wasn't saying it to say, oh, look how smart Mo3 is. Look how he moving. You
Right,
should
right,
try to
right.
move like that. He was trying to say it like,
I'm trying
oh,
to
you a
downplay
clown,
it like
like
the
a clown
man.
nigga.
He
Right.
ain't
Like,
balling.
yeah,
He ain't
you
balling like he's
got you.
supposed to.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying on some shit like I got more money than this nigga type shit.
Yup. And nobody gonna put no Rico on a nigga like that, man, when he do it like that from he middleman to murder and shit. So that's crazy, man. He
I
don't
don't know.
froze up.
Knowing what's going on in their circle, they be rapping about these things about how they can't trust these people that they around and all of these things like that, but they don't separate themselves from it. They live in it because
They get
they
cooked
want
too
that
quick,
money.
man. They get
They
killed
want
too
to
Yeah,
get
damn
see.
that.
fast. Like
So he figured when he was signed with Boosie, like, man, I gotta get him because he signed with Boosie, he gonna leave me. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. That's what it sounds like.
Be the hating ass niggas, dog. Like,
So Boosie cut him a bag, you know what I'm saying?
Then these
Yeah.
niggas these managers be taking out insurance policies on these rappers. So really, you better you worth more to them dead than you is
dead than
really
alive.
alive. You gonna make the money off the sprint. You gonna make the money off the streams, and I'm gonna get a nice little check when you die. I mean, that's a win-win.
That's what
It's
he
like
did.
this,
So yeah. So he
Man,
was
and
I
then
just
that,
hope
and
they be a
then
little more careful, man, moving forward, all of them, because
And
it's
the saddest
sad.
thing about the shit is that the grand design got the youth thinking they can't make it out the hood unless they rap or
Or play
being
basketball,
in
play
entertainment or
sports.
play our sports. We don't have our youth thinking, oh man, shit, I can make millions just learning how to fucking design these computers or goddamn, all of these different things that make millions of dollars. They ain't even trying to even think about that shit. The only thing they know is, man, let me try to write down a rap and see if I can blow on YouTube.
You see, the problem is our education system is jacked up anyway. So a lot of these kids don't have the education to be able to get no,
And that's
scholarship,
on
no full ride
purpose.
scholarship to no school where they can learn how to
It's
do
on
these things. And then the parents can't afford to send them because they poor too. You know what I'm saying? And it's an ongoing cycle. It goes over and over again. You know what I mean? Because truth be told, and everybody knows it takes money to make money. Well, that works with families too. That family got to have money for that family to ever get money one way or the other, they got to be able to invest. And a lot of times, like a lot of our families don't have it to invest. Grandma was poor, mama was poor, you poor, your kids poor, and your grandkids probably gonna be poor. Unless somebody can rap or play basketball or something. You know what I mean? Like that's just the way it goes. Or somebody, figure out another way to do it.
hey man, I hate to change the subject, but CJ just sent me a post about Dion. He said Dion hit the nail on the head. When you get to these new levels, you have to change your mindset and get away from fake ass people, basically. And I think with Mo3 situation, man, like sometimes as well, I'll say it like this, man. All the time as a man, we have this thing called an intuition and an instinct. And I feel like what happened with Mo3 is his instinct didn't kick in when it needed to kick in. Rest in peace to Mo3. But again, I mean, it's got to be on the seat. Rest in peace to Mo3. It's got to be in your lap. Man, I'm a regular nigga, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I hustle. Maybe I'm different. I don't know. I keep it with me. I'm not a felon. It's right there.
My dad used to say, if you pick it up, don't put it down. Because the minute you put it down is when you're gonna need it and can't get to it.
Come on, dog.
Nah.
And he wouldn't even stand a chance with that tone. Like I remember I would tell you, you gotta get a spray, you gotta get you a chopper, you gotta get something that spray. Like these niggas is using ARs and AK-47, so you don't even stand a chance with a pistol
I
now.
mean, truth be told, you do, because most of the time
Yeah,
niggas got them type
Nick.
of things. They ain't hitting what they aiming at. 10
Nah,
times
and
out of
one
10, they ain't hitting what
and
they
one
aiming
thing
at.
about it, if you shooting back at somebody, man, they don't want to get shot, man. Niggas is
Yeah,
getting
they
out the
trying to
fucking
duck
way,
too. If you
man.
accurate with your shit, trust me.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta do
Majority
what
of
you
people ain't
If
doing.
they
never
see
been in
some
no real
shots
life
coming back, man,
situation.
niggas is getting the fuck out the way.
Hey, I'll tell you one thing, dude. I'd rather have that Mac 10 or the AR-15 than anything else, nigga.
Because, I
And I'm
mean, for
not
the most part, you gonna fuck around and hit some innocent bystander. That bullshit don't even need to be on the street, as far as I'm concerned. Even
but
though it
they got
is.
them though. They got them though. So
Yeah,
you
it's out there. Because, I
Hey,
mean, like I
whatever
said,
you
they shot
got, it
6
need to
people
be
across the street
close.
there.
It need to be a tattoo. Whatever you got,
Yeah,
I
it
gotta
need
be
to
able
be
to
a
even play.
tattoo.
I gotta be
it
able to
like
even
your
play.
wallet, dog. And maybe that's because I hustle, dog. Like, I mean, I hustled for a lot of years, dog. And nigga, I used to serve to some motherfucking square SpongeBob motherfuckers. But when I came to the door, and these gentlemen can contest to it, when you sat down, you seen that thing sitting right there. Like it's always out. Cause you always gotta have in the back of your mind when you doing street shit and you in
Street
these
shit
streets,
happens.
you getting money, you a big time
Right.
rapper. I mean, you got to be on your P's and Q's. You cannot fall short to your enemies out here.
But
Cause
you gotta realize, so hey,
Because
now
at that point, you don't even know who your enemies are. And that's the bad part
No,
about
that's
it.
the
right at
sad
that
thing.
point,
You don't even
right,
know who the fuck it is.
his own manager was his enemy, dog.
Right.
Basically, he must have said some shit that
hating
got him.
ass niggas.
So look, he was dumb enough to basically let him know that he was going for a nigga ain't gonna make a move like that unless he know like, hey man, this nigga about to cut me off. You know,
He
they
uses instinct, bro. He
you can't
uses
be talking
instinct.
crazy. If you gonna make a move like that, don't let nobody know what you're gonna do. If you're gonna slice a nigga, you better make sure you know what I'm saying you don't tell him why he working with you.
Anybody could get touched out here, man, but have a fighting chance, man. Golly,
Can't have
Yeah,
no
man.
snakes, too many
that's
snakes,
pretty
man.
bad,
Too
man.
many
I
snakes.
hate that happened to him,
There's
man.
too
I
many
really
snakes,
do.
and too many snakes in our race, man. And it is what it is, man. It's too many snakes.
That was a
That's why I
tough.
was like, I don't even roll with a, you know what I'm saying? I don't even, and I think a lot of reason why I'm alive, man, because I roll dolo, man.
I mean,
Shit.
truth be told, that's
That's a
probably one of
fact.
my good reasons for being here too. Because I mean,
That's a
generally when I
fact.
ran with a crew, funniest thing is all of them are dead. Like my whole crew, that whole little stick up crew and all that shit I used to run around with, man, them niggas all dead, all of them,
Yeah,
every single one of them, not one breathing. And
yeah.
it's kind of crazy, you know what I mean, to be the last one left. You know what I mean? And people that remember a lot of the shit we used to do still kind of like, yeah, I remember when y'all did this or y'all did that. And, you know, me and my wife was out in my hometown like a few weeks ago and my aunt was talking about some of that
Plainfield?
crazy shit we did. Nah, we was at Sanford in North Carolina. That's my other
Oh,
hometown.
oh, you from North Carolina?
No, I'm from Plainfield, but I grew
Okay,
up in North Carolina.
okay.
But we were out there a few weeks ago, and my aunt was telling her a story about some shit I did when I was like 16 or whatever. Like we robbed the store, and then my mom got caught with the car we used or whatever because
What you
I
mean?
robbed the store and parked the car or whatever. Went to hid the car. My mom went and got the shit, was driving it around with all the stolen shit in the back of the car or whatever. And they snatched my mom's up or whatever. And I had to go turn myself in to get her out of jail.
God damn, Bricks. Don't give him too much, Bricks. Jesus.
Like, yo, I'm
Don't give
telling you,
him
I was
too much,
wild,
bro.
bro.
This only episode 22. I
Hey,
need
dog,
you.
I know you had a little ODB in your ass, nigga.
We
Yeah, I was
gonna have
wild,
some.
man.
We
I was
gonna have
wild.
some.
Like,
Hey, didn't I tell you? I said,
Some
told this nigga Briggs got some ODB in him, dog.
yeah.
He just,
Hey,
nah,
we
cause
gonna
like
he
I don't
just,
know, man. My family was, you know, my mom's and they were a little different. Like we were raised a little different than most people. I'll
send me
say.
the show topic. We'll talk
yeah,
about
hey, we all
families.
had relatives on crack, nigga, and we had them
Right.
around, like you said. They were around. That was the
Family.
difference, right?
I mean, and that's the thing that get me, and that's what I be trying to let people know, man. It's not like, you know, at the end of the day, you can't not love them because they got addiction or they
Look, the
got
difference
issues.
is the crackheads in the new era weren't around and giving you know what I'm saying? Even though my uncles and shit, I had people on that shit, they were still giving out advice, man. They were
Right.
still sane.
And
So
some of it made sense. Some of it was okay. I mean, like, you know, you can't advise me to come smoke crack with you, but you could probably tell me to go to school and try to study a little harder here and there. That works, you know.
hey, the point is we still have people around. These niggas ain't had nobody around. We grew up with at least some family. These
Right.
Yeah,
niggas
we
growing
had
up in
male
the streets.
figures. Yeah. That's for sure.
These niggas growing up in foster homes, nigga.
Like, cause I remember shit. Even in middle school, man, we had mentors, and I
Yeah,
mean,
man. Like what do they call them? Guidance counselors and
yeah.
mentors, and then they had all kinds of programs, and they had like Black Men Unite, and then you had a
Man, let
bunch
me
of
tell you
black
something, man.
men that come to the school and teach the black kids. And
These teachers scared of these kids nowadays, nigga. They don't want to
cause
tell you.
man, they got cameras every day where you can't smack the shit out of a kid and then say he lying no more. Like you got to teach you. Do they rough your ass up and swear up and down you
Man,
lying on them?
you slap one of these kids if you want to. They gonna come
They,
and shoot your ass.
nigga, they shooting the whole fucking school up, nigga. The whole
For
Hey, guess
school
real.
what?
up.
And the gun right
Shit.
outside somewhere.
I'm
Nigga,
Right,
talking
it's
about
already
close.
there. It ain't even
They
outside, nigga.
got it.
It's in
They
their
it's in
locker.
their book bag and they lock 'em.
Yeah, I seen a
Right.
TikTok with these boys in Chicago. They had more firepower than the goddamn police at the goddamn school in the gym. I'm talking about motherfucking ARs, Dracos. Everybody in the whole gym nobody was over 18 years old, and everybody had a stick on them. R2
Everybody sweat.
Where that was at?
in
Chicago.
Chicago on
Damn.
the TikTok. I
Damn.
said, God
No, I
damn, boy. I
mean, like
said,
these young ones ain't playing, man. You better keep your hands to your damn self. You can't be
That's where
whooping
that
kids no
drill rap
more.
come out of Chicago
You
shit.
gotta
That
realize,
Yeah.
up
top.
top, nigga, you could buy a Draco at a corner store, dog. Well,
At this
you
point,
go,
yeah.
you the right nigga, they know you, nigga. You could buy a bag of chips in a burner right there, just like
yeah,
that.
that's
You know, that's
crazy.
what been like that.
It been like that, man. Shit, my hometown is called the candy store. Like Plainfield, that's all Plainfield known for. You
Right,
buy anything out of any candy store in Plainfield,
right. The Arabs, they selling everything.
nigga. I done bought cars out the corner store. Like straight up. Cars, little motorcycles, dirt bikes, guns,
Right.
weed.
Shit, wow.
Plenty of weed.
Yeah, man. Shit, I'm sorry, y'all. I had somebody else that actually wanted to join the show, but nigga, we into an hour and 46 minutes. We ain't had a long show like this in a while, but that takeoff situation, man, I felt like we had to discuss that.
Hold
I
on, let
mean,
me speak on that
we,
though. Before we close on that.
yeah, I want to do final thoughts on it. You can go ahead and start off with yours,
So man,
Constance.
from the analysis, man, Quavo caused the man death, man. Had he not, you know what I'm saying,
Allegedly.
the dude that just took the loss, that's what gambling is about. You know what I'm saying? If you lose, you lose. You know what I'm saying? You don't fucking start it, then you doing it with you gotta have in mind and say these Houston niggas too. So you broke two codes. You basically bitching off the fact that you losing and you start with niggas. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know you, dog. These niggas is from Houston. So he caused his death, man. And I want to really, just to be real about the analysis, had he just did it like a G, the man would still be alive. You know what I'm saying? But he did it like a little kid, you know what I'm saying? Like a little, and it caused the man his life. Just like
DJ Black Rain.
I'm
DJ
gonna
Black Rain, your
say
final thoughts on this?
my final thoughts is prayers out to that man's family. I really don't care how it happened. That shouldn't have happened. Like that's a loss. That's a L that everybody got to take or whatever. That man, even if maybe it was some of his actions or choices that may have pushed to that incident happening.
Right.
That was still that man's nephew. He still had genuine love for him.
Right.
If you ever see the video, you can hear it in his voice. You know what I mean? Where that man is gone. It's a wrap. Because so he got to live with that. Either way, whatever may have happened, because that may not even be the truth. You never know. But whatever happened, that man's life is gone and can't bring him back at this point. So prayers out to both of them, and their families or whatever. Because you got to keep in mind, he still got to go look his sister in the eye
Real talk.
and
Real
try
talk.
to explain how in the hell he let something happen to his nephew. Because I mean, that's just like being a father, bro. As a nephew, as an uncle, when you out with them nephews, you got one job, man, to bring them back alive. And he got to be
I
feeling
haven't
some way, and
heard
my heart goes out to him.
anybody say that, DJ Black Rain, aka Bricks. That was an excellent point. Final thoughts, Chico Rod.
Yeah, I just want to just say, man, just everybody just take and learn from these mistakes they keep broadcasting to us, and man, maybe hopefully we'll start to wake up as a people and realize it's not just it's the whole culture of how we interact with each other. I mean, we got to do better. I
Got to
mean,
be more better.
we there shouldn't be a point where two men can't come on common grounds, even when it's money involved. I mean, you know, we have no
Real,
respect for each other, so it's like, it's cheaper to just say, okay, I lost my money, I want my shit back. Yeah, let's pop off and and that's the
That caused
environment
it.
that we lived in.
Yeah, that caused it, man. You said it. You said it's basically the same thing I said, bro.
real talk,
Yeah,
real talk. And I will say, just to kind of wrap this up, y'all, man. Again, rest in peace to the young king. Damn, bro,
right.
it's shit like this really get me emotional, bro, because the potential,
Right.
the potential.
That man got kids too, don't he?
I would presume, but it's like, bro, like we got to stop this bullshit between two men taking another man's life over
Fucking dice
an
game.
emotional action. It's like, bro, it's an emotional. It's a bro, like it can't happen, bro. Like our people have to figure out a way to be smarter than this. We got to figure out a way to love each other to a point to where the next black person that you see, you got to look at them as a reflection. And if we keep going the way that we going right now, I mean, the whole planet doomed, as far as I'm concerned, because black people shape the way this planet operates. We might not be the people that are in the positions of power politically, but spiritually, we own this planet.
Everything they do, they get it from us.
Everything.
Everything they do it emulating us, trying their best to be like us. That's funny as shit, though. And the whole time we over here trying our best to be like them. That's hilarious.
Insanity.
That shit cracks me up. It's crazy as hell when you hear it out loud, but it's true.
Insanity. Hey, man, I want to thank y'all for checking the show tonight, man. We had a lot of participation in the chat, man. Episode 22, man. T-Love Talks. Make sure you go to the YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube page. Man, I just want to thank all of these brothers, man. Like, I had to have a all-star team tonight because, we missed Thursday. So, and we will be back on this Thursday. So, y'all will get a bonus, which is the regular scheduled show. But, man, we love y'all. It's T-Love Talks, episode 22. Make sure you go to the YouTube again, subscribe to the YouTube page. Thank you, gentlemen. Black Constantine, Chico Rod, DJ Black Rain, a.k.a. Bricks. I love y'all, brothers. Hey, if you want to debrief, y'all know we could debrief afterwards, but peace. With your ugly ass.
Hey man,
Check 1, 2, go ahead and grab that cheap ass vodka you got on the counter in them bap ass trees, man. You already know what time it is. We about to watch T-Love Talk. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it, fellas. Black Constantine.
T-Love Talk.
Jizzle.
T-Love Talk.
Bricks.
T-Love
Big Eye.
Talk. T-Love Talk. T-Love Talk. T-Love Talk.
Batman.
T-Love Talk. T-Love Talk.
Phone. You are now listening to the sounds of the one and only T-Love Talk.
Come on in the yard, trick or treat.
With your ugly ass.
We do have several topics.
Yeah.
Oh, you like that beat?
look at daddy.
He's not my dad.
Really, Ava?
He's not. My dad's in jail and I miss him.
I got him money. Yeah. I got him money for pussy.
For what?
For pussy.
Pussy?
Look. A lot of money.
Yeah.
What is that? I need a pussy.